Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Intern TV Season 2 here at Newman University on Newman Media. I'm Matt Dopp, really excited to be back. We have a real special episode today that we think can be really beneficial to a lot of people. We're bringing Mary Rohlfing on. She's a communications major here, and she's done an internship with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So she's done some really special work, and I'm really excited to talk to her. But before we bring her in, we got to bring the other two co-hosts on that make this show great. Jeff Wilson.
Matthew.
Andrew Golden. Jeff Wilson, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Happy to be back. Ready to get rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I see that you went to the dentist. You have a nice bright smile.
I did. I went to the dentist today. No cavities. We're good to go.
That is big. Hey, good for you.
Thank you.
Don't know what's brighter, these lights or that smile.
Probably the lights.
Good to know you got a good chomper. So Andrew, how you doing?
I'm good. Same thing. Ready to be back. Or happy to be back. Ready to go.
Good. Yeah, you look good. A little blue and black.
Like a bruise.
A good bruise. Okay, so off that, let's bring our guest in. Hey, Mary, how you doing?
Hi, guys. I'm great. How are you guys?
Wonderful.
Doing well. Happy to be here. So like we said, you interned for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So tell us a little about what you did there and some of the work you did.
Well, I got an email from my professor about internships, and I saw that American Foundation for Suicide Prevention needed an intern because they usually do their Out of the Darkness walks each year, but because of COVID, they weren't able to do that. So they needed to bring someone onto their team to make videos for them and help them out with that. So I applied, and then they accepted me, and yeah, it was great.
So what was the motivation in sort of working for this company and getting involved in this type of work?
Well, I just thought that the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention was a great organization. I hadn't been involved with it before, but they're just advocates for preventing suicide and doing more research in their education programs. So I just wanted to be involved more with that.
So with the work that you did for this foundation, how did what you have already learned in school and then the work you did for here, how did that all tie in and help you during your experience there?
Well, being a communications major, it really helped me prepare for the internship. So I had experience with editing videos and using Photoshop and After Effects. So I used those skills that I learned through school for my internship.
Yeah. It's awesome, and that's good to see that, you took your communications major where you're coming into classroom, editing videos, doing these different things, and we're able to use those skills and kind of go out in the real world. But I was wondering, what sort of videos did you kind of make for this foundation? Was it like, hey, we're going to get through this, or hey, it's okay? Because I know I went to the website, and I saw the first thing I saw was you're not alone. And so I was wondering, is that kind of a theme you did with the videos, or what'd you do?
So working with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, some people on the board membership, I went out and I shot videos for them and basically interviewed them, and they said different messages out just about what they were going through and everything that they still had available to the whole community.
Yeah, hey, and that's cool to hear about how you actually got to go out in the field because, like we mentioned, it's been a tough year, with COVID going on, and so many people have lost their jobs, lost their livelihoods, or had to be in isolation. And I'm just sure that, a lot of people really had it unfortunate. And like you said, you're not alone. Learning those testimonials. So was there a person, that you got to interview that you're like, hey, maybe I wasn't having a good time, but, after dealing with this foundation, that my life's kind of gotten turned around. Have you ever had any impactful stories meeting people out in the field?
Yeah, I worked mostly with my main supervisor. Her name's Mary Ann, and she had a loss of her child, and I just talked with her a lot about the whole foundation, and a lot of the other board members, they have their own losses. So whenever I was with them in each meeting, I got to learn more about them and just their stories and how strong they were and everything they had been through. So that was very touching to me, and it just made a real impact on me.
So when you go out and you make these videos, what do these videos kind of like entail? Are they like more uplifting and positive, or is it more of a bring awareness to mental health?
It was a little bit of both. The first video, it was released on the day that the walk was supposed to be, which was October 4th. And there was a lot in that video. There was a bead ceremony because there's beads that everyone wears and each color represents a different loss of, like, if you lost a child or if you lost a parent or a spouse or a friend. So there was that, and then in each other video there was just more information about AFSP and what they had available. We have loss and healing programs and other people to talk to, and they just talked more about like where all their funds go, like the research programs and the education programs that they do.
Kind of removing the education side of it and the technical side, what was your biggest, takeaway personally from this? So I know for myself with my internships, I've made great connections, I have great stories, met some, lifelong friends now from those internships. For you, working with, such a great foundation, what was your biggest takeaway, personally from this experience?
I would say just the people I met. I had never met that many people that actually had like a suicide loss, and I haven't personally, but just talking with them and finding out everything they had been through, it was very, like, that's what I took away. Just the friendships and the connections that I made through all of those people.
Yeah, it's awesome. So obviously going forward, I know that you're a senior here at Newman, so what are your plans going forward? Do you want to stay in communications, making videos for a next company, or do you want to try to go somewhere else? What's your career plans?
I do really like videography. I do also really like radio and music, so I think I want to do something with that as well.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
So I do have one more question,
All right, go ahead.
we were talking to you before the show, and you mentioned a drive-by. Do you want to kind of talk about that and describe what that entailed?
Yeah, so before the main event, which was the day that the walk was supposed to be, which was October 4th when we released the first video, we had different drive-bys in each of the 5 counties. So with AFSP, the greater Philadelphia area, which was the region that I interned with, in each county we did a drive-by where each team member can come by and they picked up like bags with the beads in them and different buttons and just different things, more information about AFSP in the bags. So we did that in Delaware County, Bucks County, Chester County, Montgomery County, and different Philadelphia regions.
Yeah.
Love it. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, probably. I was
Didn't
just
mean
going
to
to
cut
say,
you
Mary,
off.
I think that seat's getting pretty hot. Time to get in the hot seat
Oh,
for
boy.
we got a quick 6 coming your way. We're going to
boy.
fire some 6 quick questions at you, and hope you can answer them quick. I guess, Jeff, you're up.
I'll start it off. What's your favorite holiday?
Definitely Halloween.
Okay.
So we know you have your dog, Calvin. If he could say one thing about you, what would he say?
My dog Calvin, her name's Luna. Wait, did I hear you wrong?
Her dog's not named Calvin.
Oh,
Her
really?
dog's name is Luna.
That's bad. I thought it was Calvin. Well, if your dog, Luna, could say one thing about you, what would it say?
She would probably say, like, give me a treat or bacon, and I love you.
I could have saw.
Get yourself together, Andrew. It's your turn.
All right. All right. Would you? All right. Sorry. I apologize.
That's my bad.
If you could run really fast, but I'm a mess now. Would you rather run really fast and never be able to leave your house, or walk and move very slowly and you can't take any transportation?
Oof.
Probably walk and move very slowly, because I could still want to go places.
I agree.
If you were to get another dog, would you name it Calvin?
Maybe. That's a cute name, I think.
All right, good. Appreciate it. So you mentioned Halloween's your favorite holiday. So what was your favorite costume you've worn over the years?
Well, when I was a kid, I was like a cat for like 5 years in a row.
There you go.
So it was like a cat onesie. I just wore it every year. Yeah.
What's your favorite type of candy?
Probably chocolate.
All right. Hey, good job. Thanks for bearing with me. That was Hey, my bad, Luna. Well, I hope Luna has, gets a treat. Since I'll send her some bacon strips or something for that. So, hey, Mary. Hey, we appreciate you coming and talking to us. Like I said, you're doing really awesome work, and interning for that foundation was really cool. So, thank you for what you did there. Keep doing good stuff, and we're rooting for you when you graduate and have a nice, successful career and wherever you end up going. So we'll keep up to date with you, and good luck with everything.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you, Jeff.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, thank you, Andrew.
No, thank you.
Hey, thank you. We want to thank our fans, everyone at Newman Media, Newman University. We'll see you next week for another episode of Intern TV.